Story 1. MIL, grandson, and I can ride in the trunk. I was just reminded of this story today, and I couldn't help but share it. Here's the scenario. We were visiting my ML and FIL up in the mountains with our then 9-month-old son, along with my SL and BIL. ML wanted to go to a shop down at the bottom of the mountain, which was about a 20 to 25-minute drive on a winding two-lane road. So, my husband suggests that SIL and BIL hop in our car since we have the car seat, obviously, and we'll follow FL and ML down the mountain. But then ML pipes up with, well, grandson and I could just ride in the trunk of our SUV, and you all could squeeze in, so we only need one car. I honestly couldn't believe my ears. My jaw dropped, and I immediately said, absolutely not. What followed was a heated 20-minute debate between ML and me about car safety. To this day, every time we're getting into a car, MIL loves to make some snarky comment like, make sure you buckle up. And FYI, my son is almost 12 now. Does anyone else's MIL still give these helpful reminders a decade later? Comment 1. I do. Way back in the day, we went to visit MIL and family. DD was 8 months old at best. Estelle wanted to show off her new boat. None of them had a effing life jacket for my baby. So I didn't go. For years, she would make snide comments about how I would put DD's nap over visiting family, and I didn't understand it. Until a couple years ago. DH made some comment about not going out on the boat because DD had to nap. I just looked at him and said, no, your mother and sister didn't have a life jacket. You all left me and your daughter behind for 3 hours because the boat was more important than your daughter's safety. Not a word in reply. But it was funny how the next time we saw ML there weren't any digs over DD's naps. Still no apology. Comment 2. Every time she says be sure to buckle up, say, or we could just people in the trunk. Every time. Play a game on how long it takes her stop. Comment 3. Time to put granny in the trunk. Comment 4. Yep. When my firstborn was a month old, we were at a busy mall with in-laws. They were pushing the stroller. We stopped to look at something, and they took off a different direction and vanished for a half hour. I knew my son was safe, but it was the first time I had no clue where he was, and I freaked out. Son is 30, and Mil still jokes about when she kidnapped him. Yelled at her 6 MT chests ago about how wrong it is she thinks my stress was funny. Story 2. MIL said I don't deserve a baby moon. When I was pregnant with my first child, my husband planned a small staycation for us to get engaged at a nice hotel by the beach. Since it was during COVID, we couldn't really travel or do much, so it seemed like a perfect way to celebrate. But then, my MIL got upset and asked why my husband was taking me there. She said I didn't deserve it, and that my FIL never takes her anywhere nice, so she should have been the one going. I was completely shocked. Is this kind of behavior normal for MILs? Comment 1. She said that my FIL never takes her anywhere nice, and if anything, she should be going. Well, MIL, that sounds like an issue that you need to address with FIL. It is not your son's responsibility to take you on a romantic vacation for 2. Frankly, I'm a little concerned that you'd want your son to fulfill the role of a partner for you instead of, well, your partner. Comment 2. No, it is not normal. I probably would have responded back, thank you for your input. Since you believe you have the right to dictate what I do or don't deserve, I believe you deserve to see the baby until they are 6 months old. At least. Comment 3. It's a baby moon, MIL. Did he knock you up? No. Not going then. Story 3. Might be time for a restraining order. 6M no contact. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, and he hasn't had any contact with his family since pretty much our wedding in October 2024. He's blocked everyone except his dad. For context, check out my previous posts. So, out of nowhere, his dad showed up at our house. No warning, just showed up. My husband went outside to talk to him, and his dad was standing at the end of our walkway while my husband was by the door. His dad wished him a happy birthday, then said, I wish you would talk to us and unblock us. My husband replied, no, not right now. I don't feel ready, I need more time. And then, this is where it gets interesting. Get ready for this. His dad goes, "It's driving your mom crazy. She drives by your house and your job multiple times a week. I mean, we live like 15 minutes from them. So okay, driving by our house isn't that crazy, but still." What really blew my mind was that she's driving 45 to 60 minutes to his job. He drives an hour each way, so she's going out of her way just to check on him. It's honestly just weird and a little concerning. Comment 1. MIL is probably driving FIL bonkers, and that's why he showed up asking for help. He wants to save himself. Revealing that ML is stalking you isn't the best way to encourage you to unblock her, though. If she did that to me, it would definitely prolong NC. Comment 2. We went NC for 2 years with my MIL. HB didn't understand my concerns because she was only rude if we were alone. Then he witnessed her dressing me down and he lost it on her. 2 years of not seeing grandkids? That 2 years helped us strengthen our relationship so we could take her on together. She never apologized, but she never overreached again. Ever. By then I was 2 years older and stronger. Make her wait until it hurts. That kept mine in line for decades. She missed 2 years of grandma bonding. Eventually we became closer and worked it out. Fingers crossed that happens here, but she's going to need to hurt to get that. Keep up the NC for all of them. Comment 3. Start with a trespass notice to FIL/MIL. This may provide even more evidence for your restraining order request, and it's a nice legal protection to have when you need police to remove someone from your property. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.